I know I said something about not creating these long videos, but I also think it's important to speak about this while it is on my mind. Now, recently I also posted the picture of the Twitter account Hard White following me. And, I captioned it, "Isn't this the equivalent to being followed by Nicki Minaj?" Because it's her fan page. But I also was thinking, like, it's kind of like Nicki follows them, and it's kind of like, oh, this is like what they call secondhand smoke. When you're smoking around somebody, they got a joint or got a doobie or whatever, and they smoking it, and then you kind of like getting high, but it's not really, because she's not following me on Twitter yet, but being, it's like I'm that much closer to being followed by her, is what I mean. Okay, and I also want to say that I spoke within or under in the comment section about how this can be a way to manifest. You have to kind of think in a delusional way, like, oh, it can happen, even though it hasn't happened yet. Because when it does happen, you'll be like, I manifested it, just like with Spirit wanting T.S. Madison to create that post about saying 20 inches, bitch, 20 bundles, bitch, bundles, or 20 inches or whatever, 20 inches or longer or whatever. I remember when she was doing that. I'm kind of telling my age, but anyway, honey, period. Anyway, um, people are going to have an opinion on what you're doing, but when you are destined, when you have that belief that you are going to be something, you're having that belief because it's already going to happen. Like, it's already destined to happen. I know from my own personal experience, I've realized that although people have maybe or mainly subscribed to the channel for content on certain artists and things like that, I want to make my own music. I have ideas of creating my own songs, creating my own theater productions and movies and things like that. And oftentimes, even though they may be channels for things that haven't happened yet, it's still like this recognition of me wanting to create and having this knowing that it is going to happen in some way. But I've also noticed that the pushback from some people is not always negative. Sometimes it can be a sign for you. It can be something very helpful, and you have to become aware of how to receive it and make it something beautiful. And it was something that a commenter said that showed me, like, wow, in some ways I am being seen as this more positive minded individual, or a more spiritually connected individual. There was this one girl that when she experienced me, and I'll probably close the video out soon, but when she experienced me in the past, and this is around like maybe the year of 2020, I was very much aware of how people were, and there were so many messages prior to me meeting people that I pretty much knew about them prior to them even coming around. And there was also like this frightenedness about being open about being a medium, because when I would tell people, they were just like, they kind of like turned their nose up in a way, or turn their lip up. But anyway, she went from being like oh, can I smoke my hookah, or not her hookah, can I smoke my vape in your house? And at that time I was staying in my mom's house and my brothers were visiting me. And so I didn't really answer because I was just like, girl, it ain't my house. I'm just like, if you're gonna smoke the vape, like smoke the vape. So I wasn't really talkative at that time because I was just allowing the experience of, you know, them to be there. And they were wanting me to be the old Kevin, the Kevin that I used to be, the Kevin that'll pop out, the Kevin that say, oh bitch, let me hit that vape too. But I had become a version of myself that was more in alignment with the experience of what was going on. So she went from saying, oh, you have such a warm energy, such a loving energy. Like, I'm enjoying this time with you, to saying you shouldn't want to she started projecting and saying, do you want to offer your do you want to do you want to offer yourself, or something like that, she said. And I'm like, where's she getting this from? Because I hadn't said anything about that. I was truly just enjoying myself, enjoying the time that I was having with spending with myself. And I'm like, where's this hoe getting this information from? Like, she just saying this out of the blue. She went from saying, oh, you're such a warm energy, and I'm enjoying spending this time with you, to saying, because I was just like, girl, I'm trying to watch TV. And I'm like, and so she was just like, do you want to offer yourself, or something like that. And I'm like, so anyway, after that, I realized that she was reacting to something that a family member had told her. And again, my family was trying to understand the changes that I had made to who I was becoming as a spiritual being. And I felt like at that time, it wasn't important to speak to a person that was going to judge the things that I know versus receive the things that I know. But I was still in a place of knowing that I was spiritually connected. So I still would gift them with the messages from their past loved ones. And without knowing her, I spoke that her mother was on the other side wanting to connect with her. But she was too unconscious to realize that that was being experienced. She said, why, how did you, what made you ask about my mom? And she started kind of like getting teary eyed. So I've had experiences with people where I realized that it's almost as if they have their preconceived ideations, is what I call it. Their preconceived ideas about who I am versus what I allowed them to know, right? And so, even in my experience now as a medium, I often realize that I was trying to create this song. And the title of the song, or the contents of the song, is about everybody lying. Everybody lies. Whether they're consciously aware of them lying, I've lied and not realized it. Even if it's for a second, we all lie in some type of way. But we all have to not only, like, it keeps us connected to everything that we know, because we have to lie and we have to not lie. Because what if we were saying something that may be true for someone else, and we're telling a story from someone else, but it's not true for us? We're in some ways lying about it because it's not truthful for us. Like, I just my song. Spaceship Cookie. You know, the song lyrics. We buy an ounce that we can smoke in the night. We buy loud just to get really high. Call all the plugs, it's endless supply. Spaceship Cookie, take me on for a ride. Right? The first line in itself, we buy an ounce that we smoke in the night. The most recent time that I've smoked Mary Jane has been a while. I'll say that. It's been some years. But here's an even better maybe analogy, I guess, if you're thinking about it that way. But I, spoke about gifting a subscriber, and helping with the monetized channel, helping subscribers go to a Nicki concert, maybe that have never been, and things like that. And what I realized is that in one of Nicki's most recent station head live videos, she spoke about, helping give free tickets and, merch and things like that to her concert. So I thought, what if my claircognizant mind is predicting something that was already going to happen with gifting to help a barb get to a concert? Maybe it's something that is already going to happen and Nicki Minaj is going to do it, and because I enjoy her as an artist and things like that, maybe I'm just in alignment with something that is about to happen because I am a medium. And I often do that with content on YouTube, movies, music, because for some of you, you may not know that I was a flautist in high school, middle school, college. I played the violin, I played the cello because I was a education major / business major, music. And so with that being said, because I have realized that I am a medium, it has been difficult to even experience people without judging them in a way to help them out of their conditioned ways of being, or to help them discover a more aware path, because I am aware that I have had friends who are atheists, and even some of them believe in science. But all of these things, all of these beliefs or non-beliefs in some way are still connected. There's still no deniance. There's like the great I am, the belief that I am because I know that I am. God knows that it exists because it exists. The same with your reflection or your higher self, or you know that you exist because you are here. People don't wake up, from my awareness, people that are at least consciously enough to understand this, most beings, because there are beings that have chose a path of forgetting. And like when I say forgetting, I mean some people have chose certain paths for them to not be able to understand certain things. We have chose these lives. But anyway, most people do not wake up and ask themselves, do I exist? You don't truly ask yourself, am I in my body? And that is saying so much, because that is truly gifting you as the viewer the sauce, the understanding, is the awareness. I don't truly ask myself, am I me? That is what's happening in meditation. And a lot of people think, and I saw this about within Ariana Grande's Apple Music interview. She was asked about meditation. And many people think that meditation is just about, they think that it's just that. But something that Abraham Hicks said, and again, Ariana's album, great. That newest song, it's the one that she came out with the video for. But girl, I've been watching We Can't Be Friends. That video, love it. Play it over and over and over and anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Abraham Hicks, if you know her, she spoke about how musicians meditate in maybe their raps. Rapping is meditation for them. Making music is meditation for them. And that shifted my perspective in the understanding of what meditation was. Because it isn't you trying to silence the bad thoughts. It's you becoming aware of them. And maybe replacing them with more loving and kind thoughts. Or just truly becoming aware of what you're thinking and the thoughts that are passing by. And when you can truly understand that, you have found yourself peace, girl. You have found yourself peace. Now, I'm pretty sure that this video is getting very, very long. I think that I will close it out with this information about gifting, the amount of the first check. When I discovered that, I thought, wow, it would be very great to be able to gift others with this, my first YouTube check. And one time my ancestors was like, no, don't do it. Like, just keep it for yourself. And then after many of the Barbs or many supporters of Nicki Minaj seen the concert video of her, they started subscribing, and that helped the channel reach success of being monetized. And so I think that a lot of people who have subscribed maybe have just thought that the channel was going to be posting only content about her. But I think that if I were to only do that, that wouldn't be being true to myself. And I didn't intend on making this channel for that. And I have to be in alignment with who I truly am versus money. And that's why some people say, oh, money is the root of all evil. But you have to be in alignment with knowing that you have everything that you need and knowing that you are secure and taken care of. So with that being said, my channel was originally just started with not like a direct niche, but I also think that it's important with being in alignment with what is true for myself. Oh, and now I did see that that video of Nicki Minaj taking the night is still young, the night is still young, the night is still young, and so are we. And she took the mic from the girl. The night. Because the people were singing like, before her. Wow. But I just liked the face that she made because I was like, girl. Yeah, so the plan is to gift a subscriber the amount of the first check. And with that being said, knowing that people aren't, really watching the videos all the way through, like, maybe only watching 2 minutes of the video, it's kind of like, well, they should know that, the more videos that they watch and their view time is, depending on how big the amount of the check is going to be. So, I also think that it's important that I make content that, is specific to things that I enjoy and things that I believe in. I also thought about T.S. Madison. I spoke about having these bursts of ideas, and she has this show called Fag Talk. But if you go down the channels and the videos, I had a podcast idea called Girl Talk, but it was spelled GWORL, like girl. I think it was called Girlfriends, but I titled one of the videos "Girl Let's Talk," like GWORL, because that's just a popular gay thing. Girlfriends, my girlfriends, na 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 na, and then the guest and me would sing "Girlfriends," period. And I just thought about that idea, and so I would love just a conversation between me and T.S. Madison about the difference between divine feminine, and also divine masculine and masculine. And again, I think that many of my ideas just haven't come to fruition yet because I am waiting on the abundance to create them in the way that I'm wanting to create them. But anyway, I think that it's also important that with this gift being given to a subscriber, I would want it to definitely be for the people who are truly subscribing and the people who are truly in support of the channel. Because if they're just people just signing up to get the money, then it's kind of like if it just goes to someone that's only in support of that and not truly in support of the content. Yeah. But anyway, I've been thinking of ways that it would truly just significantly be to people who have subscribed, like people that have subscribed, only those beings would be able to see the video or the way that I'm going to promote it so that it's seen. So with that being said, subscribe or not, the choice is yours. And I truly enjoyed this conversation. I hope that you did also. And period. Toodaloo. I love you.
I do that 3-4 times again, I testify for you. I told her like you, that bitch, I do it. All that I'm around, you scared to do. I'm not. As long as you joking, now in for me, I ain't got it. I've been scheming, looting, hide your body. As long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. But the truth, I look better under you. I can't lose.